Hello guys, this is Robert Babonga here. So I'm on the trade GBP USD. I want to basically do my top-down analysis and explain why I'm in a trade. Okay, so let's get straight into it. Okay, so right now it's 6:35 a.m. and I'm on the monthly chart. So the reason I picked the monthly chart to start off with it is because I think I've seen from a few sources, from a few big forex YouTubers, they talk about how on the bigger time frames, you basically the bigger the time frame, the more reliable the chart pattern. So whatever happens on the bigger time frame is what is most likely going to occur on the smaller time frames. So the monthly is more superior to the weekly, daily, 4 hour, 1 hour, 15 minute, 5 minute, and 1 minute. Anyway, so as you can see, I've got a green resistance here. The reason I marked this up is because obviously I saw in the past it touched this region right here. Obviously before it came through, it broke through that region, came back up, broke through it with a bearish engulfing. And look, it touched it a few times as well. It touched it here back in 2009, it touched it here in 2010. Could even argue maybe 2001, 2003, but not really. Mainly it touched it in 2018. And then I see here, it's kind of almost about to touch it in 2021. So where we are right now. So it makes me think that there's a possibility that this could be trying to go to the upside. So we go down to the weekly. Zoom out a little bit. You see the same thing. Now you see a little bit of, just a little bit of support here. There's two areas of support, to be honest. There's one just over here, and there's one over here. The reason this one's there is because of this region, and if you zoom in, also that region, once it came up, broke through that position, it retouched and then went up. We go to the daily. Okay, so in the daily, funny enough, sometimes I'm a bit confused because this pattern, without all of these lines, I'm going to explain them in a little bit. Without all of these lines, it looks like a cup and handle in my eyes. So if you're not familiar with a cup and handle, it's this chart pattern right here. So the bullish only one. And you can kind of see it going up, going down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, and then my bad, but yeah, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, break, touches, down, breaks out, retests, goes up. So yeah, that's what I kind of see, but I didn't just only see that. I was marking up my chart patterns on the daily time frame, and I saw clear support, in my opinion. So that was a clear support line for me, as I explained it before. Very, very clear support. And as I marked this up, I noticed there was another kind of resistance. So I marked up the trend line. So it touched it once, touched it twice, touched it 3 times. And then on the third touch, there was a bullish engulfing. So that was a very good sign. 2 bullish engulfings, right? So if we look at our chart patterns, it doesn't really show it properly because technically speaking, this is what I'm sometimes confused about. Technically speaking, when you have a descending triangle, which is what I've got marked up, this is what you call a descending triangle. It usually is a bearish only pattern, but with this one, it seems to be going up. But the thing is that's just a little bit confusing. Is if we look at the if we look at the top and we look at the bottom has 2 touches on the support line, and then 1, 2, 3 touches on the resistance line. And then when we look at all the bullish patterns, it shows 2 touches on the support line and 3 touches on the resistance line over here. Shows the same thing over here in a rectangle pattern. Shows the same thing over here in the ascending triangle pattern. And vice versa, falling wedge. Yeah, so I guess it did what it was supposed to do, I guess. Go down to the 4 hour. So in the 4 hour, I see a breakout. Boom. This is also another sly resistance it broke. So if you kind of see here, the market's a bit weird because it's just there's support and resistance everywhere. But then I guess it would make sense because this is 1.40, and as we know, that's a psychological level. So look, it hit it once, boom. Hit it twice, boom. Hit 3 times, and boom. So clearly it was respecting it. And then on the 4th touch, boom. Bullish engulfing. Goes up. Hits resistance. Comes back down. Respects the previous support. The previous resistance, which is now support. Goes up a bit more. I even marked up a little chart pattern here. You'll see that probably on a 1 hour. And then it low key creates a little downtrend movement. And obviously we have our our support. So I'm thinking maybe it could create the same kind of movement that we see on a daily chart, so which is this overall movement. It might create that same movement because look, we have a clear support and then we have a slight downtrend. I'm thinking it could just break out just a little bit again, and especially because when we look at the monthly time frame, it's probably trying to get to that position. So I think we're in an uptrend, especially considering when you look at the weeklies, we've been going up and up and up. It looks quite strong on the daily as well. Just keeps going up and up and up. So we're clearly in some sort of uptrend. Let's look what the moving averages are saying as well. Moving averages are good. The blue line's over the red line, which is a sign that we're in an uptrend. Same thing on the weekly chart, uptrend. Same thing on the daily chart, uptrend. 4 hour chart, slight uptrend. It crossed a little bit, but came back up. But let's not forget we have this support. So whatever happens there is important for us. So if it is to break through that support, we can I'm more of a retest trader, so we can wait for it to break out, retest, and then ideally you'd want to see like a bearish engulfing pattern, and then we could sell it on the downtrend. But yeah, let's go back to what I was looking at. So now we're on the 1 hour chart. As you can see, I drew a slight chart pattern here. You know, touch the bottom twice on the trend line. Touch this trend line 1, 2, 3, 4, and then if you were ready at 7 o'clock, you could have caught this move here, placed the buy. I most likely would have got in here. Most likely. I never usually buy in on a breakout. I think it's just quite, let me not lie to you guys, it's a little bit scary. Just a little bit. But anyway, it broke out, came back, went all the way up to the big trend line, respected it, came back down a little bit, was doing some consolidation just a little bit, went up, and then on the trend line it had like a bearish engulfing. So this was on a 15-minute time frame, so we're looking at entry signals right now. So I don't see any proper trade setups at the moment. Nothing at the moment. Obviously this one materialized on the 14th of May. So that was on a Friday. So if you were holding that over the weekend, that was beautiful for you, I guess. But it's no big deal. There's always trade opportunities. So let's look at what we're expecting from the market. So we're expecting it to bullish engulf and go up, hits the trend line, comes back down, hits the support. So it's respecting the support, and it's respecting this trend line. So I guess we're kind of just waiting for a breakout somewhere. You need to keep an eye on these moving averages as well, and also on the candlesticks. It had a crossover on the red line is over the blue line on the 15-minute time frame. Not too sure what could happen, but I don't know, maybe if I drew a trend line here. I don't know. So the thing is, you have to be very careful you don't force certain trades. You have to be very, very careful. I'm not entirely too sure. I feel like that's a force. Check the 5-minute. So this trend line is clearly being supported. This trend line is clearly being respected. Same with this support. So it has to do something on either parts. But yeah, I guess that's my analysis for now. I'll let you guys know how it goes, and yeah, we'll see you later.